good evening, everybody. This is Team Hodges, and we just want to talk to you guys a little bit about relationships, all right? Hot topics on relationships. We believe that we have a ministry that can help a lot of people because we have 24 years in the game with ministry and just loving on each other, that we just believe that it's important for us to help some couples out, especially those young couples just getting started. The way this works is each week we're just going to drop a nugget, answer a couple of questions, and just interact with y'all and offer ourselves to you guys as a service. So I think the first, babe, this is my wife Melissa, by the way.
Hello.
With her pretty self. So the first question I think young people need to understand is when should I get married? When is it a good time to get married? Because we struggle with that ourselves, because sometimes, there's external factors that can influence, that decision. That decision, it seems at first like it's all your decision, but there's environmental factors and other factors that can play into that. Babe, why don't you tell them a little bit about, how you felt, did you want to get married and when after we were dating, at the time that we got married, or what do you think influenced the situation?
No, I wanted to get married, but I can remember my mom saying, no, you're too young, and I didn't understand what she was saying until after we got married, and I felt maybe, yeah, we were a little too young, but here we are now. So
what we're saying is, I was in ROTC, and I was about to graduate from college, and I was in ROTC. I was getting ready to be commissioned as a lieutenant, which means that upon graduation, I gotta go. I gotta report to my next duty station. But I can't take her with me if we're not married. And so she wanted to get married, and I wanted to get married. We knew we wanted to marry each other, but not at that time. Not at the time that we had to make the decision. And so when I tell you, you will find yourself in situations where, other factors are influencing you and may escalate your marriage date and push it to the right instead of to the left. Don't let that discourage you. Things worked out just fine. We just ended up enjoying each other a lot earlier. Anything you want to add to that, babe, to that experience? Do you remember that, having that conversation?
Yeah, I can remember that.
Was there a lot of pressure?
Yeah, it was pressure both ways. My mom, you, and I was just anxious. A lot of just wanting to get it started.
Okay. So here's another external factor. All right, both of us had two different circles of friends. All right, so what do you think? Was there, any challenges with your circle of friends, with your getting married right away?
Oh yeah, they were totally against it.
Okay, can you elaborate to the young people how you handled that? Because some of them might be in that situation and feel uncomfortable with listening to folks who were part of their inner circle, and now all of a sudden they may feel misunderstood, like their voice is not being heard by you. So how do you cope with something like that?
I just assured them that I was still there for them, and my marriage or relationship with you was not going to interfere with my friendship with them. I just reassured them that, I understood where they were coming from, but it's going to be okay. Chill.
So for me, I had my own circle of friends, and they encouraged me. Of course they said, hey, are you sure you ready? Because you know how guys are. They creating all of these old memories we used to have and the freedoms that we used to have and all the liberties, and they saying, you sure you gonna let all that go? And and I said absolutely, and I made that walk out of the house, and we never looked back. So what other question do you think they can benefit from today regarding just starting off? What was one of your concerns that somebody might be concerned with?
Probably just a little bit of insecurity involved in it. Not being for sure that you was doing the right thing.
And how did you did you feel a sort of some insecurity in it?
Oh yeah.
In terms of my ability to provide your future, leaving your safe zone?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And
Because I lived a certain way, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get that same quality of life that I was getting.
And that's real talk. See, you know, you have permission to define, young people, what relationship is going to look like for you, or what should look like for you. Don't ever feel that you got to let somebody dictate what that's going to look like. But you need to be conscious that both parties are coming from two culturally different backgrounds, and one party might not be able to provide you the exact quality of life that you expected. Now, that's where love comes in to kind of mitigate that and give it some balance and say, okay, I love this person enough to know that they can't give me the quality of life that I have right now, but don't mean that they can't provide that quality of life in the future. So I think my wife told me she was operating off my potential to give her that lifestyle. She clearly knew, you know, fresh out of college, I didn't have everything all together financially, and I couldn't give her the immediate lifestyle that her parents had provided her. So if you're a young person out there and you're feeling a little insecure about moving forward because you can't provide them the quality of life they have right now, don't let that discourage you. All right, you know, you have something to work towards, you know, and that'll make you hungrier in terms of meeting that relationship goal. You want to elaborate on that, baby?
I'll just give them some support. Be their lifeline. Be there for them. Support them. Be their cheerleader. Tell them that they can do it. And because I've always seen potential in him from day one, I knew that he was going to be a good father, a good husband, a good provider from day one. But it takes work. It takes teamwork.
Okay. Well, listen. We're not going to spill the whole cup of tea tonight, but just giving you guys a little taste of this, you know, real talk. These are issues that young people have, and they need to hear from a trusted source. All right, and sometimes listening to all types of advice from different directions that
Make sure you're getting the right advice from the right person.
Right advice from the right person. You hear this? Because guess what? What we say to you is battle tested. We've done this thing for 24 years. We dated
more than 24.
More than 24. We dated 3 years before we even got married. So we got to know each other. That's what I'm saying. So get to know each other and test, living with somebody else. You know, my grandmother used to tell me it's important for you to try to live by yourself first to see if you even like yourself before you try to move in with somebody else and discover that you don't like them, let alone like yourself. So also keep that in mind. Anything else, baby?
No.
Well, look, I got to go take her out to dinner. It's time to go eat. Thank you guys for listening. We hope you got something out of this, and look forward to the next one.